The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Jesus told his disciples this parable. The kingdom of heaven is like a landowner who went out at dawn to hire laborers for his vineyard. After agreeing with them for the usual daily wage, he sent them into his vineyard. Going out about 9 o'clock, the landowner saw others standing idle in the marketplace, and he said to them, "You too go into my vineyard, and I will give you what is just." So they went off, and he went out again around noon, and around 3 o'clock, and did likewise. Going out about 5 o'clock, the landowner found others standing around and said to them, "Why do you stand here idle all day?" They answered, "Because no one has hired us." He said to them, "You too go into my vineyard." When it was evening, the owner of the vineyard said to his foreman, "Summon the laborers and give them their pay." When those who had started about 5 o'clock came, each received the usual daily wage. So when they first came, they thought they would receive more. But each of them also got the usual wage. And on receiving it, they grumbled against the landowner, saying, "These last ones worked only 1 hour, and you have made them equal to us, who bore the day's burden and the heat." He said to one of them in reply, "My friend, I am not cheating you. Did you not agree with me for the usual daily wage? Take what is yours and go. What if I wish to give this last one the same as you? Or am I not free to do as I wish with my own money? Are you envious because I'm generous? Thus the last will be first, and the first will be last." The Gospel of the Lord. So when you're having like the last mass of the weekend, so you guys get the dregs of the homilies. So all the good homilies are already gone. So no, I should go sit down, huh? Sometimes, actually, you never know. Now the Lord has hit me so hard. The first one is not good. Then the second homily. Yeah, so now I want to give everything now. Get ready. The beauty of this God that we serve is that he cannot be circumscribed. You know what circumscription means? You know, like trying to bottle him. He cannot be pigeonholed like we normally do. You know we pigeonhole very well? We do pigeonhole. Okay, let's go about pigeonhole now. Someone walking down the street. You look to it. Oh yeah, that's how they, yeah. That's what? Pigeonholing. So, you take me out to breakfast one day, if I'm lucky. And then I have bagels. The next time I go out for breakfast with you, what do you expect me to have? Huh? Same thing. Pigeonhole. So I go to the party with you. And that day, I had a Guinness. Probably you guys don't know that. 1759. Guinness is in Irish, you know? I double. Yeah. So I have that. So that guy loves his Guinness. Okay? Then the next time, you take me out and I have a Manhattan. I can just figure that guy out. I can't figure him out. Yeah. The same thing we try to figure out human beings. The same thing we try to circumscribe God. The same way we try to pigeonhole God. This is how he should behave. This is how he is. Where is that coming from? This little mind? We are too full of it sometimes. Yeah. We just overly exaggerate ourselves. I am a creature. When I'm a creature, it means that there's a creator. There's a creator. There's the one who made me. There's the one who put me here. There's the one who set a purpose for me. There is a one who gives me a sense of direction. Even when I think I'm in charge of myself. And sometimes I even think I'm in charge of other people. So then I engage myself in false responsibility for other people. A false responsibility for the nation, for example. A false responsibility for the church, for example. A false responsibility for the entirety of your family. Meanwhile, the only responsibility I've got is be holy. Be holy, Nicholas. Be holy. You. Be holy. God is holy. God is generous. God is merciful. And because I am not forgiving does not mean God is unforgiving. Okay? Because I'm not merciful does not mean God is unmerciful. The fact that I'm not generous does not mean God is not generous. And that is why he says, my ways are not your ways. My thoughts are not your thoughts. Don't go into those thoughts. Those master of ceremonies that are running the show in the brain. You know those guys? They are conspiring and talking and saying, go this way, and saying, God, and when you listen to them, what happens? They drown you, they weigh you down, and they take energy away from you, and they take life away. In fact, they literally suck life. Jesus gives life. I have come that they may have life and have it abundantly. When we lack life, when there is an inadequacy of life, when there is malice and bitterness, when there's resentment, when there is that's negative energies inside of me. What's going on? That means I've compromised myself. I've cooperated with the enemy who comes to steal, to kill, and to destroy. There is the one who wants to give life. He came on the cross to give life. That is Jesus. My ways are not your ways. My thoughts are not your thoughts. Come to me. He said, come. You know, he brings invitation. Seek the Lord while he may be found. Seek him. That means if you are in sin, if you are in error, if you are in wickedness, if you are an enemy of God, seek him while he may be found. Seek him when there is time. Time is not limitless. Time ends. People die. Yeah. Have anybody died in your family? Yeah. Oh yeah. My both parents are dead, so I know that. Time ends. Time ends. Our time ends. And so, God, who is the landowner, decided to go out to hire people into his vineyard. Because parables are earthly stories that have heavenly significance. That's what Jesus does. He used proverbs. He speaks in parables. And so people can understand and get it. But if the parables are not explained, sometimes it's so dry. We lose what it means. So let's go into this parable and tease it. So the landowner is God. The landowner is God. He calls people at different times of their lives. Gregory, Pope Gregory sent Pope Gregory the 16th. He said, look, at every stage of life, God calls. So parents usually bring their kids for baptism. Okay? And I'm so happy Scalia is here. I can see her. She's 10 years old. Yeah? Good. And I tell you this story because you are all here and about Scalia. So I went for a funeral on the 13th of June. Funeral of great grandmother, of course. Yeah, of Scalia. And there I was. It was June 13th, so the feast day of St. Antonio of Padua. And then I just, it was about 12 noon. And I said, okay, I'll just go a little bit away from the crowd to pray the Angelus. Okay? Many people don't know about the Angelus. So I went away because it's 12. You pray the Angelus 6, 12, 6. 6, 12, 6. So I went away and I prayed the Angelus. Because it was the feast day of St. Antonio of Padua, I said this prayer. St. Anthony of Padua, you are the finder of lost items, but not only lost items, because people think about you about lost items. But you know what? I'm praying today for lost souls, souls that are looking for Christ, souls that are looking for Christ. Send them to me. That's what I said. And I turned around because now I was now walking towards the people. And guess what? Yvonne is the grandmother. That's who she is. And she was walking towards me. She said, Father, can I speak to you? I said, yeah, sure. What's going on? And she said, this my granddaughter said, take me to him. Within a minute,